Good afternoon from London, where Britain and the world is preparing to say a final farewell to Diana, the Princess of Wales. Over the next few hours, we'll hear many tributes, and no doubt there'll be many tears. But the organisers of today's event want this to be a celebration of a life that touched so many places around the world. From young children to the elderly, all have come today to say farewell to a princess.
I've never told you all I wanted to say, and now it's too late to hold you, 'cause you've flown away, so far away. I never showed you.
I never showed you.
Assumed you'd always be there.
I thought you'd always be there.
I took your presence for granted, but I always cared. And I miss the love we shared.
I think the British people need someone in public life to give affection, to make them feel important, to support them, to give them light in their dark tunnels. I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. Someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.
Good evening to you again from London, and welcome to our live coverage of the funeral of Diana, Princess of Wales.
In just a few moments, the coffin carrying Diana's body will be placed on a gun carriage for this historic journey to its final resting place, an island on a picturesque lake on the Spencer family estate at Althorp, northwest of London.
Before the cortege arrives there, an estimated 6 million people who have jammed the streets of Britain's capital will have their chance to say goodbye to the princess they loved so much.
They've been slowly making their way into the city from all over the country. Many who've been camping on the streets for days are determined in this show of devotion.
People from all walks of life have gathered for a special farewell service, a highlight of which will be a specially penned song. Elton John says it's to be his most emotional performance of his life. The funeral procession begins just moments from now at Kensington Palace and will move slowly forward to Westminster Abbey, where Diana's family, the famous and royalty have gathered to pay their last respects.
And there is a picture looking down the Mall to Buckingham Palace. And already, as you can see, hundreds of thousands of people have gathered around London. Up to 6 million people are expected to cram into the city and along the procession route to witness this last journey of the Princess of Wales. Early today, the sun was shining beautifully, and at some vantage points there were not quite as many people as was expected. It's believed that continual police warnings that 6 million people could be in the city may have kept some people away, and they may stay home and watch it on television. But these pictures we're seeing now show just how dense the crowd is in some of the areas where the procession will pass. Those police you can see are part of around 10,000 police who are on duty today for what is really a security nightmare for the police of London.
Indeed, the faithful and the devoted began to gather outside Westminster Abbey 2 nights ago to pay their last respects to Diana. They were so deeply touched by the tragedy that they were willing to endure the discomfort and sleepless nights of a long vigil outside.
There again is that shot down the Mall, and those blue boxes that you see at the end underneath the Victoria Monument are in fact scattered all the way along the procession route, because those are the television vantage points that will be picking up every movement of the cortege.
Indeed, mourners have poured into London from around the globe to witness this funeral, some saying that her death seems so unbelievable that it's only the sight of her coffin that will make them realise she has truly gone. All the route from Albert Hall and Kensington Palace, flowers, poems and tributes have been woven into the railings and along the pavements.
And that's where the procession from Kensington Palace. We're waiting for the coffin to be borne out by the Welsh Guards and placed on the gun carriage. The procession will go down to, as you see, Hyde Park Corner, through Kensington, around past Green Park, down St James's Park, past Buckingham Palace, where, of course, in 1981, the Princess and Charles stood so happily on the balcony and kissed, of course, in that famous moment before those crowds, and eventually make its way to Westminster Abbey for a service which will take about an hour.
Yes, and afterwards her coffin will go in the 77-mile journey to Althorp, retracing its path before heading through North London to the M1 motorway. Bound for the Princess's final resting place on a very small island on the Spencer family estate.
A very picturesque spot to choose for her final resting place. On the island are a couple of oak trees planted by her sons, and I understand a bridge is to be built to the island, and on special occasions the public will be able to visit what is undoubtedly going to become one of the most important shrines in Great Britain.
Joining us also on our commentary today is the 7 Network's Susanna Carr from Perth.
Thanks, Ellen. It's been a highly emotional week for us all here covering this. I think we're seeing something that the likes of which the world had never expected to see. So many people, an outpouring of grief from every nation around the globe. So many people watching the coverage today, and people have been gathering at vantage points for nights now, hoping to see the final glimpse of their princess as she makes her way home to Waltham.